Morning. So then I'm going to show you Einstein's new Detolf cage. We did make a lid for it. It is temporarily nailed on with the screen to keep the cat out, but it will be finished today with proper finishing. It's made out of 2x4s, and then we've trimmed the end pieces pretty much down to like 2x3 or something similar to that. And we've placed a groove along the boards so that way they would fit nicely and snugly over the glass panes on both sides, which makes it really sturdy. And I don't have to worry about anybody tipping it over the wrong way. Einstein has a potty in the corner, which he likes to dig and roll around in. And so I've gotten him this sand pit for him to play in, but he hasn't really investigated that yet, other than me putting a peanut in there for him to go in. The tank holds a fair amount of bedding, but I've used one bag of Boxo to fill this whole thing, and that's under $10 here in Canada at the bulk barn, so that's great. Originally he was in a bin cage, and we had obviously a 6.5-inch spinner, silent spinner, but I knew that was too small, so I'd have to get bigger, and I got an 8.5 comfort wheel. Now the problem with that is it has a spindle, so within the first night I noticed that it was pulling his fur out, so I had to get a large silent spinner, and the store didn't have any, so I wound up getting him the only flying saucer they had in, which was a medium. And he seemed to be okay with that. He only had it by itself for, I think, 2 days, and then I finally was able to get the large silent spinner. When I got the large silent spinner, I noticed it didn't fit in the Detolf, which I just purchased and put up. So we had to accommodate by making the lid, which is a little bit taller. I don't know all the names of Einstein stuff, but I know he really likes his critter bath and his whimsy chew. And he's burrowed somewhere in that corner right now. The only thing I really have left to do is get an aquarium background just to give it a little more pop to the back. And I think he's quite happy anyways. And I got room on this, I guess it's a Kallax shelf. And I just put his food or whatever in the coffee container, and I do have another little canister down here that when I had him in the bin I had put stuffing or whatever in there for him to use as a burrow box. And yeah, he's got a ball. I only use the ball to transfer him from the bin into the cage because I haven't tamed him yet. I've only had him for a little bit, and because he's adjusting to new beds, I gotta do what I gotta do and let him adjust himself before the poor little guy gets too stressed out. As you can tell, I do have wood heat in my basement, but it doesn't seem to get too hot in here for him. I keep checking on the temperature in the room and stuff, and I don't use any baseboard heaters or whatever. It's just enough to take the edge off in the morning, and then it's off for the rest of the day. Anyways, the lid was the main reason why I thought I would check this out, and hopefully it gives anybody else an idea if they were wondering about a 12-inch silent spinner. Thanks.